Happy hump day! We've gotten through another week. Now I know I said last week I would have a video on Friday, and I didn't because I ended up being out of town camping. But I will have one this week. And something to keep in mind here, if you enjoy the content of this video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Not only would that do me a huge favor, but we also have only 9 subscribers to go for a giveaway. Also, if you have any friends that are getting back into Apex because of crossplay, but they're unsure of some new things going on, refer them to my videos. Hopefully I'm covering all the major bases of news in the last week, but if I missed something, be sure to let me know in my comments. We've got a new game mode coming up tomorrow, we've got more juicy lore teasers, we've got Titanfall mechanics, and a Pathfinder fix this video. Starting tomorrow, we've got a new game event. Just as I had guessed last week, we've got back-to-back events, which is a blast. The return of Fight or Fright starts tomorrow, and with it a new spooky game mode, new event track, and some recolored event skins from last year. I'm going to get into it all here, and it's a lot. Last year we had the Shadowfall game mode for Fight or Fright, and it was a collection event, meaning that we had 24 unique skins that we could purchase. This year that has changed a little bit. It makes sense not to do the collection event as we just had one for Flashpoint. So this year they're doing recolors of skins from last year. I love that part. The recolors look great. What I don't love is that they bundled them. If you want a recolor skin, expect to drop $30 to $60 because of the bundles they're in. In my opinion, this is a horrible way to do this because I can't just spend $20 to get the one skin that I wanted from last year. If I want one of the skins, I have to go through a bundle which has things that I don't really want. In the past, the devs said they'd consider doing recolors of event skins as legend tokens or better design, but it seems that that wasn't the route that we're going. And I'm honestly a little disappointed in this. The other way they could have gone was just to release the recolors and put them in a shop like they do with the lore events. Not a collection event shop, but this one allows you to get specific skins and they rotate a little bit. These skins will also be rotating though, still on a frequent basis, so if you do want to get one of these bundles, make sure to do it quickly. The other thing Fight or Fright brings this year is a new event prize track. Along with the tiered badges you can grind for free, you'll get rare, epic, and legendary skins for completing challenges. Just like we have with every event this year. And I love these prize tracks personally, but it looks like we're getting another green Sentinel skin after just getting one. Looking at the website, we do also see a nice little fun fact about our little sweetheart, Revenant. I think he's kind of like a turtle, a little hard on the outside but soft on the inside. Our sweet little boy has set up a shelter for abandoned prowlers, just waiting for you to adopt one. These prowlers will help you during the match. You know what they say, adopt, don't shop. Pathfinder was right all along. They are good boys. Whew. That was a lot, but I didn't even jump into the new game mode yet. The new game mode is Shadow Royale. Last year we had Shadowfall, which was notorious for being fun when you had a full lobby of 60 people, but was horrendous after 2 days when people quit after they died. This year the new game mode seems to rectify that issue, where we're still doing a classic Battle Royale at night, but when you die you come back as a shadow on your team. As long as you have one person standing and alive, you and your other dead teammate will be a shadow. Now what's so cool about being a shadow? A ton. You can only melee, but it is a strong melee. I believe it's 2 hits will kill someone. You move insanely fast. You can climb seemingly an infinite amount. You want to climb that Leviathan over there? You can. People did it last year. Not only this, but you may remember a couple little indie games called Titanfall and Titanfall 2, which allowed you to double jump and wall run. Ever since Apex came out, people have been begging for this, and now, if you're a shadow, you can double jump and wall run. This is going to be a fun mechanic in Apex, but not 100% sure how useful the wall run will be since a lot of buildings aren't necessarily set up for that. Now we know Apex has used past events to test future abilities, but I can safely say we won't see a legend with wall running and double jumping. Daniel Klein, one of the game devs, came onto Reddit and posted this. Now you may think that's a ton of info, and you're right, it is. but fortunately for you, I read it all, so you don't have to, and he also put a too long didn't read at the bottom. But it's actually really interesting, so you should go on Reddit and give it a read. What he says is that the gameplay in Titanfall, although really fun, is mentally exhausting. You can't play it for a long period of time as say you can in Apex, and this is for a number of reasons that they seem to have studied. Because of how fast the gameplay is in Titanfall, after a period of time, people just end up being absolutely drained. He calls it like a sugar rush of an experience. So this is a good mechanic for limited time modes, but nothing they want to implement permanently. I like pointing out when I get predictions right also, so I'll point out when I get things wrong. Folks, no World's Edge at night, but that is okay. Speaking of things Daniel Klein was saying, he also mentioned that Pathfinder does have a fix for his 40+ second grapple coming up. It's not coming tomorrow with the patch, but instead for the Season 7 patch. So look for that on the horizon. Pun intended. As always, we have some lore to sift through for the week, and although nothing necessarily concrete, we do have some teasers. First we'll start with Ash and Horizon. A few weeks ago, I predicted that Blisk and Ash's mutual friend was likely Cooper, but I think I'm wrong on this now. Horizon and Ash, I think, are extremely connected. When we put the head back on Ash in Broken Ghost, Ash mentions Branthium. All roads lead to Branthium. Just yesterday, we got a teaser with Horizon saying the word Branthium, and to connect it a little bit more, I believe Ash also uses a Scottish/Irish accent. It's absolutely a location, and if I had to guess, it's the name of the map on Olympus. For example, King's Canyon, the name of the map, is on the planet Solace. Branthium could be the area on Olympus, and Horizon is not thrilled about going back there for some reason. At least it doesn't sound like it. But Horizon is going to be on a lot of good lore this upcoming season, and I believe then with that we're going to get a lot of Ash this season, which means we're going to get some Blisk at the minimum this season. Now, I took a quick break from Fight or Fright there, but we're back to it. This is lore related though. Immediately with the event last year, people wanted to know if what happened to Path in that trailer was canon. And that was something they really didn't talk about much until Broken Ghost, where we found out what happened to Path did really happen to him and was in fact canon. So the question immediately becomes, is this trailer canon? Is this event canon? And it is, of course. We know there's a Shadow Kings Canyon. I've got it in my notes as KC, so I almost went to Kansas City there. That was close. We know there's a Shadow Kings Canyon, and we know there's an even meaner Revenant. And one of the really interesting things at the end of this year's Fight or Fright trailer is that our Revenant seems to be interacting with Shadow Rev for the first time. If you remember in Broken Ghost, our Revenant heard about Shadow Rev, but never really actually interacted with him. Anytime you played a mission where Shadow Rev talks to you, you couldn't play as our Revenant. So this is going to be really fun to see how they interact with each other and how that kind of changes Rev, if it does. That's it for this weekend, everyone. Enjoy the event and game mode starting tomorrow, and I'll see you on Friday. Peace out.